Okay, in this video, we're going to return to a previous example that I did about 2 videos ago. We actually found the critical points of the function f of x equals x squared plus 5y squared plus x squared y plus 2y cubed. And we calculated the first partial order derivatives. We set them both equal to 0 because they were both defined everywhere. So we set them equal to 0 and solved the system of equations, and we obtained 4 distinct critical points. Now, we stop there. But what we'd like to do is we'd like to use the second derivative test to classify the critical points and figure out where we have extreme values or saddle points. And so we're going to use our discriminant function, which looks like this. It's d of xy, the product of the second order derivatives, f of xx, fyy, minus our mixed partial derivative squared. And we have 4 possible situations, so we're going to first find our function that gives us the discriminant, and then we will use it and apply it to each of these 4 points so that we can figure out what kind of extreme value we have. So in order to find our discriminant, we're going to need the second order partial derivatives. So here we have, I'm working here from our first order partials that are written at the top, and the second order derivative of x with respect to x is just going to be 2 plus 2y. Our second derivative of y with respect to y is going to be 10 plus 12y. And our mixed partial, I'm going to go ahead and differentiate the first derivative with respect to x, but now with respect to y, and that will be 2x. So our expression for the discriminant then will be as follows. The discriminant for any point will be 2 plus 2y times 10 plus 12y minus 2x squared. I am not going to simplify that. Instead, I'm just going to make a chart that's going to help us keep track of our extreme values, our classification. So let's do that. I'm going to list each of our critical points in one column. In the second column, I'm going to calculate our discriminant. And in the third column, we'll do our classification. So let's write that down. This is going to be each critical point. Here we'll have our discriminant, and I really just care about the sign of the discriminant as well as the sign of the second order derivative of x with respect to x. And finally, so I will also want the sign of this function, and finally we'll do our classification. So let's take our first point, which is the point 0, 0. So at 0, 0, if I plug that into our discriminant, we're going to have 2 plus 0, so that's going to be 2 times 10 minus 0. That is 20, which is greater than 0. And our second derivative was 2, also greater than 0, which means that both second order partials with respect to x and with respect to y, those are both going to be positive. And if they're both positive, that means that our function is concave up in both directions. And so we have a minimum value at this critical point. So we have found that our discriminant is positive, the second order with respect to x with respect to x is also positive, this gives us a minimum value. Okay, let's look at our second. And if you would like a more detailed explanation about each part of this test, you can go to our previous video. Okay, our second critical point, 0 and negative 5/3. And for the first part of our discriminant, I'm going to have a 2 minus 10/3 times 10 minus 60/3 minus 0. So we can see that this will be positive, but notice that each of these is negative. So our derivative of our first order partial, both with respect to x, is less than 0, which means that we have our function is concave down at this point in both directions, both x and y. So because it's concave down in both directions, we are going to have a maximum value at this critical point. And to get the actual value, we can just plug in 0 and negative 5/3 into the original function. But let's continue classifying. And our next critical point is 2, negative 1. So at 2, negative 1, if we evaluate the discriminant, we're going to have 2 minus 2 is 0. We're going to have a 0 for the first term and a minus 2x squared, so that's going to be 16. Okay, our discriminant is less than 0 at this point. So at this point, at 2, negative 1, our discriminant is less than 0, which means we have a saddle point. So this is going to give us a saddle point. That's because our function in the direction of x might be concave up and in the direction of y might be concave down, or vice versa. And there's so much twisting that there's really no extreme value here. In fact, here both second order partials fxx and fyy have opposite signs. Okay, and then our final critical point is at negative 2, negative 1. So let's explore what's going on at that point. Negative 2, negative 1. If I put it into the discriminant, I also get a 0 minus 16, which is less than 0, which also means we have a saddle point here because the second order partials with respect to x and y are have opposite signs, which means in one direction the graph will be concave up, in another direction the graph will be concave down. So there is our classification of critical points using the discriminant from the second derivative test.